listening to Reset Race. You now tuned in to Reset Race. You're listening to Reset Race. You're now tuned in to Reset Race. What? Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them. Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them. Put it back on the grill again. We grilling them. Back on the grill again. We grilling them. You're listening to Reset Race. ADOS need reparations to make America great. You're tuned in to Reset Race. We no longer starving while others eat off our plate. No. You're listening to Reset Race. We focused on our justice claim. We know what is at stake. You're tuned in to Reset Race. You'll find out who really about justice and really who fake. Lineage go back to U.S. Southern plantations. Lineage, Jim Crow and mass incarceration. Redlining lynchings. We are old from this nation. You're not about justice if you ain't for reparations. MG the wise one. Cousin mother intellectual. Samantha bringing fire. Anti-black we pressing you. No permanent friends and no permanent enemies. The backbone of the country. The win. You need our energy. You gon' see. Listening to Reset Race. You now tuned in to Reset Race. You're listening to Reset Race. You're now tuned in to Reset Race. Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them. Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them. Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them. Back on the grill again. We grilling them. You're listening to Reset Race. ADOS need reparations to make America great. You're tuned in to Reset Race. We no longer starving while others eat off our plate. No. You're listening to Reset Race. We focused on our justice claim. We know what is at stake. You're tuned in to Reset Race. You'll find out who really about justice and really who fake.
My name is Michael Graham from Actify Press, and welcome to Reset Race, where we teach you about how race functions in the United States, because our education system and all our institutions conspire to keep everybody stupid about how race functions, right? And because we are very valuable to exploit, right? This country is built on our exploitation. It is what it is. So we're going to I'll tell you more about that, what we're going to do in a minute. But first, I'm let my illustrious panel here come in and tell us about themselves, and you're gonna learn something about them, where to contact them, and let's get at it. Sam, talk.
Yes. So I am Samantha Angelique. You can follow me on Twitter. I actually just started a new Twitter, so you can follow me at me 27 trillion. I still have at me 17 trillion, but I think I'm gonna transition into the new one next year. So follow me on either or. Let's get into this whole Richard Wolff thing, because I watched this and all right, that's it.
All right, Mud, come on, man.
Yeah, they call me Mud. You can find me on Twitter at of Lineage. Also, I have my YouTube channel, Bitter Dose TV. That's one word. Come through, check me out. That's where I handle my solo missions. Here's where I'm with the group.
Yes, sir. Get that Bitter Dose TV in your life. You need it. I'm telling you now. All right, John, talk to me.
Yeah, what's up, man? It's John C. At Twitter, John Danny OC. Like I say, you follow me. You can follow me if you want. Just know that I'm giving people smoke on there. I'm just advocating for my people, and we giving everybody smoke. I'm white. Like if you saying some anti-American descendants of slavery, talking about my ethnic group, I'm gonna cook your ass, man. But as normal, I'm just happy to be here with my family, man. And we about to go back to the grill. We about to go get them. Let's do it.
Facts. All right, that's our team. And me and Twitter have parted ways. I just want to let y'all. And it was an acrimonious split. Twitter cut me off again. All right. I'm not gonna speculate. People report me, but it is what it is. Right, I don't know if I'm gonna mess with Twitter anymore, but we'll see.
Yeah, Jack hates black people.
Mm-hmm. Jack hates black people. That's right. I'm gonna get a T-shirt. We get T-shirts made. Jack hates black people. At Jack hates black people. Yeah, I like that, Sam. All right, so when we get things set up, we're gonna get some merch going. Jack hates black people. I can get all my accounts back. All right, so today we're going to talk about the usually brilliant Richard Wolff. He's a Marxist economist, and he does a show called Economic Update. He's also
He's brilliant unless he's talking about black people.
Yeah, we're gonna see that in a second here. Again, he's a Marxist economist. Keep that in mind. Remember, Marxist is about the worker, laborers, labor rights, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, and if you're not familiar, go to Mud's Bitter Dose TV channel and watch that Marx video.
Yeah, watch both of them. Yeah,
I cooked his ass too.
I don't think he's done. So, all right. So this is. We'll let you hear what he's talking about. And Mud was kind enough to cut these things up for us, and we're gonna run through a couple of things, and we're gonna elucidate how things work out for you, how things work when they start talking about issues for black people. All right, so let's ride, Sam.
In this second half, I want to give a little extra time to two important topics that are circulating these days, where I thought I might have something to offer as you think about and decide what you feel about these subjects. The first one is reparations, and the second one is the forgiveness of student debt. Big questions, big ideas, lots of debate. Let's start with reparations. The pressure here comes mostly from the African American community, and the argument runs roughly as follows. Unspeakable damage, including death, was visited upon the African American people who were forced, often against their will, to leave their native Africa and come to the United States to serve entire lives as slaves, where they were badly treated, badly fed, separated family members from one another. You know the story of American slavery. And so the argument is they are owed reparations. They suffered, they lost, and they demand, many of those folks, a reparations. And I want to talk to you about that, particularly the economics of it. First, were the injuries suffered real? No question. Is there a need for some sort of restitution? In my mind, no question, yes. Are there examples in history? In other words, is this a new idea, or have there been reparations in the past that we might learn something from in assessing reparations now? And I think the answer there again is yes. And I want to briefly go over them with you so we all are on the same page. One of the greatest examples of reparations occurred after World War I. It's about 100 years ago. Germany was accused of having initiated that war. Germany also lost that war. And in the aftermath of Germany's defeat, the Allied countries, mainly Britain, France, and the United States, assessed a reparations debt. In other words, the tremendous loss of life, tens of millions of people died in and because of World War I.
All right, so far so good.
Yeah, anything after that one?
Yeah, let's find out with the next one. So far so good. Anybody got anything to say about what?
Yeah, the main thing
about that.
Yeah, the main thing I would say is like, why the fuck are we talking about Germany? America has its own history of reparations. Why aren't we comparing it to that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to the Japanese.
To the Japanese, to the Native Americans. Like, we should be talking about, if we're going to do the comparison, that's the comparison. You don't, why are we talking about Germany? Reparations for a war. We didn't go to war, and that's why we're talking about reparations. Like, I mean, like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. And I think Japanese is the most comparable, because when you start talking about Native Americans, with the fact that they have sovereignty and they have treaties and everything else, their shit is different than a regular reparations. So the best people to even compare us to it would have to be the Japanese.
40 acres in the middle, that was a fucking treaty to me. That's how I look at it.
That's true.
I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying. I get you.
Games. Promises were made. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's let him continue. I'm sorry, John, you got something, Sam? Anybody?
Yeah, I think that Richard Wolff is. We all know what he's going to do. He just made the case for
Yeah,
reparations, but we know what he's about to do.
Let's let him go ahead and do it. And
All
then
right, I'll let
that.
I let Professor Doggy. I'll let Professor Wolff was. All right, I'll let him go. Let him go.
Yeah, for now.
Here's another example of reparations. After World War II, the Holocaust that was visited on Jewish people, on gypsies, on homosexual people, on all kinds of folks, led to a reparations imposition, again on Germany, which was blamed, and in this case quite rightly, for many of these horrors. The money went to what? Well, it went to many Jewish survivors. Ironically, in the case of the Jewish people, those who had died obviously couldn't get the restitution. And many of those who survived got cash for a few years, various ways.
Why are we pretending like these people still don't get checks? But I'll let them.
Let them cook.
But it didn't fundamentally alter much in the lives of those people. Some.
Israel.
Let's let them ride.
It
They only
didn't
got 10 more
change
seconds.
much. Anti-Semitism remains a problem, according to many Jewish organizations.
Did you skip like part 2 and 3?
Those don't come up for me. It's like they weren't uploaded all the way.
Oh shit.
See if you can pull them up real quick. If you can re-upload them, I'll toss them in there.
Okay.
All right, we got.
I got you.
Well, I guess I just wanted to finish my point with what Richard, with Professor Wolff is saying, and Professor Doggy Puppy is saying. But basically, what he's saying and shit is basically saying that we gave Jewish people reparations and nothing good came of it. Because the thing about it, if you look at the wealth level of Jewish Americans in America, I mean, if you really single them out as a group, they're a very wealthy group. That even though people say anti-Semitic things about them, they say a lot of things. They own things.
Yeah,
they own things.
That's crazy.
Man.
We can't even say it. I mean, I remember when they fried Norman Finkelstein for saying that. Norman Finkelstein said, "I don't think it's controversial to say that many Jewish people are very wealthy. That should be uncontroversial."
If you want to stay away
your
from
name
that,
is Norman Finkelstein, everything is controversial. But go ahead. That's right.
Exactly. So if you want to stay away from them, all right. So guess what though? White people really hate Muslims. They hate motherfucking they real shit like, oh, it's 9/11 Muslim terror attack. But they're not killing Muslims in the streets like dogs, like they kill us. Like they're not locking up Muslims. They're not locking up brown. They're not locking up Middle Eastern people. They're not locking. It's real shit, like real. They're not doing it when they come from West Bank. They don't live like they do in the West Bank. They might just call you, oh, you fucking Muslim, but they're not killing them in the street. They're not denying them loans. They're not doing those. Is different. You know what I mean? It's levels to this shit. And I think that Richard Wolff is failing to I think that he's purposely failing to understand this shit.
Purposely.
So I got to say about this motherfucker. He getting on my nerves. I used to listen to this motherfucker. He getting on my fucking nerves right now, bro.
What's up, Mud?
Bro.
Yo, to add on to that, even at the height of 9/11, we weren't seeing like Muslims getting shot down in the fucking streets. Like that was not a thing.
Nope, sure wasn't. You said a handful of people. I remember that one Sikh guy that got caught out there. More recently, there was an Indian guy in North Alabama that got slammed, and that cop got fired immediately.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Dude,
he was on his ass.
That cop, by the time that motherfucker hit the ground, that motherfucker job was gone. That motherfucker didn't restart his breathing yet. That motherfucker job was over.
As soon as he took him up top, that shit was like, you fired. He's like, oh no, boom, slammed his ass like.
Yeah, but you got it. But that area of North Alabama, I can't say this area. That area in North Alabama, has the highest concentration of post-grad degrees in the country. Yep.
So they fuck with the right one.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it's kind of a enclave in Alabama because some Negroes, you never know who or what they're connected to. You know what I mean? Because some of these Negroes running around here got some loot. You know what I mean? They got these good old government jobs. They got money. They got some retirees that are double dipping. They're retired from government service. They retired from the military. and working contractor jobs. Some of these niggas got some loot. Because you run up on the wrong one, your job will be gone. I mean, that's real. That's real. There's some, but that's the way it is around most military bases. You're gonna find some Negroes that got money
and
you know,
connections.
and connections, right? Because I mean, most of the time, the military base is the most important industry in that area. You mess around and piss them folks off and get your facility your business put on the no-fly list. You can kiss your business goodbye. You know. So, if, like for instance, if you're a cop in a small town, and all your real estate depends on them soldiers going in and out of there, Nick, you mess around and hurt one of them soldiers if you want to, and then the base goes, you know what? We're gonna stop sending people out there to that town for housing. Yeah, be pissed off. You pissing off real estate developers?
That'll get you ran out of town. They'll run you up out of town for that.
On a rail, right? Because there's power involved, right? And these other places around the country, there's no military base that is a center of power, right? So people don't understand these dynamics. If we had a center of power, if we had money and a center of power of our own, right? If we had an anti-defamation league that could get out there and has damn near unlimited funds to sue people, we can get some respect around this mom.
Fucking right.
Even though we gotta admit, hashtag ADOS has flexed some muscle because they made Eva Longoria's bitch ass fucking. Sorry, I know y'all be talking about me cussing, but they made her apologize, and I don't have a problem calling her a bitch ass because
that's part of the key. That's part of the whole thing, right? There has to be a cost to screwing us over, right? Social media is so powerful, and your social media presence is so powerful that a cost can be exacted, and I will give ADOS that their props on that. They will force people to bend the knee. They will come in your mentions and blow you the fuck up. So excuse my French.
Get you the fuck out of here.
So
can't do this shit no more.
And that's powerful to be able to send people at individuals and groups and say and lay out facts. That's real.
Let's do. Y'all ready? Everybody ready? Let's do it. Right.
Okay, I'm ready. There we go.
The loss of life, the loss of property, the injury, the suffering, the misery, all of it seemed outrageous, and the Germans were blamed, and they had to pay reparations. So for quite a few years after the end of World War I in 1918, the German government taxed the German people for a huge amount of money that was not used to serve the German people, but was used instead to pay reparations debts, chiefly to France and Britain, the victors in that war. But they, in turn, having borrowed so much money to fight the war, mostly from the United States, basically turned around and used the reparations Germany paid to them to repay their debts to the United States. So here's the key question. Was restitution made by that money being paid by the Germans to the British and French and ultimately to the Americans? I don't think so. The people who suffered saw little or no money out of any of this. Lots of banks did real well. Lots of government budgets were a little eased, mostly the Americans, as it happens, because of the money and the interest earned on their loans. But for the mass of people who suffered, not so much.
But
was my thing on?
This is an issue of policy, right? This is an issue of policy. This is nothing. This argument. Now, of course, we'll hear more in a second. This argument has nothing. This is an issue of policy. This is what, for anything else, this would be a lesson learned, right? And we've learned that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. When did they send you a letter about the increase in your taxes for the past 5 wars that we started overseas? So
Exactly.
so is there going to be a reparations tax on everybody's check, so they going to see that they money going to reparations, or is it going to be like how it always is, where they just keep doing what they do and the money magically appears for them to pay who they want to pay?
Exactly.
That's all. Please keep going. I'm sorry to
Exactly.
interrupt you.
Yeah, but I mean that's key. That's a key point, because this is straw man bullshit. This is straw man bullshit. Okay, it didn't work before, right? This is a lesson learned. We're gonna go to best practices as opposed to, and that's one of the things that Dr. Darity stipulates is a good chunk of this money
Did
needs
this
to go
repar-
directly
Sorry.
to the
To us.
to us, to the descendants of slaves. I mean, I don't, and then we've just circumvented that whole problem. Done. We've already had that argument. Done. Next. I'm sorry, Mud.
Did
What you
this
got?
reparations serve
Sorry.
to prevent?
Go ahead.
Mud. What you got?
No, I mean, it's, yeah, basically you're saying everything I would have said. And to reiterate, like, this is between, he's talking about a situation between different governments. He's not talking about like our condition is between the government and its own citizens.
Exactly.
Yep.
So the
Like,
money stays within the system because it stays in this country. It's
yeah,
not
you're
being
not
paid
talking
to a
about,
foreign country.
yeah, there's no middleman for this like goofy shit that he's talking about. So like this, the comparison doesn't work.
Yep. Even if he gives a comparison like this, if he says the states would get the money and pay off, instead of paying us, they would pay off their welfare system, which would be the comparable. That's what they would say, is that they've had some sort of state level welfare programs that they've been paying into for all these years. They want to get their cut first, and then we may get something, right?
Oh
And
my
then,
God.
again, this argument has been made, and Dr. Darity says no, it's a federal program directly to citizens. It can happen
Exactly.
in the blink of an eye. I'm sorry, Muddy. I'm sorry, I cut you off again.
Yeah, no, you good?
All right, John, you got anything?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's doing some anti-black trickery. He's bugging the fuck out. He's bugging the fuck out. Here it goes. As soon as you put it, that's how you put a lefty in the corner, just asking about specific black economic policy. Not social policy, specific economic, any economic, not let alone reparations, anything that's specific, that's fucking some type of economic that's not for everybody. You know what I mean?
What's your
They
plan to lift us from the bottom?
for real, they really like, oh, you can't do it.
He's a Marxist. We already know how Marx felt about black people. But can you reiterate what he said? Wasn't it something about us being a permanent underclass? I forgot exactly how it said it.
The poisoned Hegelian root. Marx and Engels derived their belief that the Negro stood outside of history and was incapable of contributing to civilization from Hegel. Hegel did not descend, of course, to the mean and nasty abuse which characterized his two revolutionary followers. But what he had to say was harshly condemnatory and based on skimpy evidence. The gist of it was the Negro exhibits the natural man in his completely wild and untamed state. He believed that the Negroes of Africa were incapable of religion, but were rather sorcerers who imagined that with their fetishes they could command the forces of nature. The Negro race, Hegel continued, has perfect contempt for humanity. Tyranny is regarded as no wrong, and cannibalism is looked upon as quite customary and proper. Parents sell their children, and conversely, children their parents, as either has the opportunity. The polygamy of the Negro has frequently for its objects the having of many children to be sold, every one of them, into slavery, and often naive complaints on the score are heard, as for instance in the case of a Negro in London who lamented that he was now quite a poor man because he had already sold all his relations. Slavery is in and for itself injustice, for the essence of humanity is freedom, but for this man must be matured. The gradual abolition of slavery is therefore wiser and more equitable than its sudden removal. At this point, we leave Africa, not to mention it again, for it has no historical part of the world, it has no movement or development to exhibit. Marx and Engels apparently accepted Hegel's conclusions about the relationship of the Negro world to civilization, Although they obviously did not relate to the ahistorical condition of the Negro world to a lack of consciousness of God, Hegel himself is unclear, probably deliberately so, about the reasons for the Negro being frozen, as he sees it in the savage and brutish stage of natural man. Marx champions Negro slavery. Marx spent a large part of his life writing diatribes against fellow revolutionaries who had the impetus to differ with him. When Pierre-Joseph Proudhon, probably the leading socialist thinker in France at the time, published a book called The Philosophy of Poverty, Marx immediately replied with a vitriolic rebuttal entitled Poverty of Philosophy. 1847. Proudhon had been childish enough to advocate the emancipation of Negro slaves in the United States. Marx answered contemptuously, "Without slavery, North America, the most progressive of countries, would be transformed into a patriarchal country. Wipe out North America from the map of the world and you will have anarchy, the complete decay of modern commerce and civilization. Abolish slavery and you will have wiped America off the map of nations." What Marx was saying, in effect, was that Negro slaves were needed to produce raw cotton. Cotton was the basic raw material of modern capitalistic industry. Therefore, Negro slavery was necessary to the survival of America and to the survival of modern civilization. The first thing that is interesting about this quoted paragraph is that Marx again makes it abundantly clear that he has no interest whatsoever in the fate or welfare of Negroes. The second point of interest is his preposterous predictions. If slavery were abolished, America would become a patriarchal country. What does that mean? A nation of primitive shepherds, perhaps like the tribes of the Old Testament patriarchs? Evidently, Marx actually believed the emancipation would wipe America off the map of the world. America would cease to exist as a nation.
The video.
Yeah, basically, the idea was to essentially have the same thing that happened to us, where we became sharecroppers. If they had won some revolution over here, we would have just been sharecroppers while white immigrants, European immigrants, would take over the country.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. So basically what I'm saying is basically, first of all, Mud saying y'all motherfuckers ain't lying. That's a damn shame. This is what he's trying to do. He's really trying to downplay. He's trying to relinquish. He's trying to downplay our whole justice claim because he's saying that, you feel me, the reparations money that went to Britain and France was kind of used by the government, and he's saying that the Jewish citizens of those countries, you feel me, of Britain and France, the Jewish citizens of, feel me, did not receive. You're lying, bro. You're fucking. Why you doing this? You lying right now. You're fucking lying, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? And we live in the United States, so at the end of the day, it's like they all went to the United States, yeah. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the war, we came up on top. So we should have paid reparations then. And basically, you're just making it like, yo, damn, they should have been paid reparations because you got Branson. You're saying that Germany, first of all, Germany didn't really have no fucking money. So you're saying all the debt, basically, they put themselves in a further debt paying off Britain and France. And Britain and France did not give the Jewish citizens of the fucking country, the survivors of the Holocaust, fucking reparations money. Like, it wasn't allocated. It was oligarchs. They probably was playing games with the money, but nigga, I live in America. Fuck you talking about?
John,
you know what I'm saying? Like, he bugging.
He's talking about World War I on this one.
You talking about World War One? He's still bugging. You talking about World War One? He's still. I ain't like real sick. The thing about it, real sick. Then we got the Roaring '20s out of the world. Every time we jumped in the World War, we jumped out on top. So you talking about the Roaring '20s now? You still bugging? I don't want to hear that shit, man. Like, you feel me? Like, real. I see what he's saying. Okay. That's what he's saying for real. You say that the Jewish citizens didn't get they played games with the money. At the end of the day, bro, like, real shit, I ain't got nothing to do with Britain and France, bro. Our justice claims had to do with America, the United States of America, and what they did to us. And they had the money in the 1920s to pay us, in the 1860s to pay us, 17.
And can we have a conversation? How is it that Japanese people have $595,000 to our $4,000 in Los Angeles? Can that have something to do with the fact that they received reparations for their internment? So are we going to say that Japanese people's lives and their wealth isn't improved because they're on top of everybody? They are the top Asians. They have more money than everybody, white people and all the other Asians as well. So why are we again, this is just the cognitive dissonance. And I had, perfect example, right? I had a conversation with this white man yesterday on Twitter, because, I live on Twitter. And, he was talking about how, neo-lib, people need to stop using class reductionists because of neo-libs and blah, blah, blah. And I could just hear John in my head, the neo-libs.
I told you, they always like, every time some anti-black shit they do, they like, the neo-libs
So I slid in this guy's thing, right? And I was like, well, blah, blah, blah. And you just use this as a way to ignore Black people and Black issues. So he hit me back and was like, I am for reparations, period. And then he just kind of going through the rest of it. And that's when it all boiled down to, like, I'm for reparations, but I don't really think that they'll give that shit to you guys. So I'm just going to root for fucking Medicare for all and baby bonds. And and I was like, baby bonds doesn't help me. I'm 35. Like, what the fuck am I going to do with some baby bonds? And I ain't got no kids. And even if I have some kids, y'all not gonna let me spend the baby bonds. So what the fuck?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
It makes no sense.
But in the end, I had to just be like, thank you for supporting reparations. And I was like, I understand reparations is like, a harder fight. That's why we've been fighting it since the end of slavery. But, I'll take you where you're at. Like, at least you're for reparations. That's cool. Like, he was like, I'm for you guys getting reparations, even though I won't see $1 of it. Good job, sir. Good job. That's enough for me not to fight you down on the details. Like, fuck it. Fuck it.
Hey, MG, before you say something, before you feel me, like MG, I know I'm gonna get out of here though, because Mud just said that he's talking in the context of World War I now. So basically, his argument is that we gave reparations. Germany gave reparations to Britain and France. First of all, they gave reparations to Britain and France because they lost the fucking war.
That's basically what they use as the excuse that led to the Second World War and Hitler's rise.
Exactly. The Germans were so pressed.
That was war reparations. Exactly. What the fuck are you? Real shit. Like, first of all, you talk about World War I. They gave reparations to Britain and France. The Germans did for Jewish people. Maybe it was a carve out, but that was war. They lost the war, so they had to pay for the cost of the war. Yeah, but, that wasn't reparations for Jewish people. Like why are you lying? He's lying, bro.
Yeah, but see, here's one of my problems with it. He's gonna get to World War II in a minute. Is that when World War II, the Marshall Plan, we spent more money on getting Europe back in shape, especially Germany and Japan. We spent we fucked Japan up with two nuclear bombs. Yeah, we the Marshall Plan spent a ton of money getting people fixed that we went to war with. You know what I mean? So we can spend money to get people right. We just won't do it for Negroes.
That's it.
I'm sorry. All right, we go on to the next segment. We good?
Yeah, I'm ready. Ready?
All right.
Let me get this play button. Okay.
Did this reparations serve to prevent another war? On the contrary, the Germans went right back to war a very few years later in World War II, which was as horrific in its way as World War I had been. So did reparations solve the problems of Europe? Not at all.
So basically, so reparations is supposed to solve what problem? Excuse me, Negroes. When did we declare war on the United States? outside of us fighting against y'all motherfuckers in the Revolutionary War, because we fought with the British. A lot of us did. But like outside of that, like, when have we declared war? When did little Africa declare war on the United States government?
We're a sovereign nation, Sam.
What is talking about?
We not Negroes. We're a sovereign nation. Like, Sam.
Yeah, like
what is talking about?
We're not even sovereign. We Americans. When did we do some Civil War shit? When did we try to secede from fucking the United States and declare war on these motherfuckers? Sorry, I know my cousin, but Jesus, like
these motherfuckers. Fuck these motherfuckers.
With our little 14% population, and that's including the babies and the Africans. I cannot. we got strollers on the battlefield, 14 million strong.
Yeah.
And the people who call us Akata standing right next to us fighting the white men. I cannot. I cannot. Oh my goodness.
What you got on that, Mud?
Yeah, like like, why is he talking about it preventing wars? That wasn't the point. It was to pay for the damage of the fucking war. Like, well, like this is stupidity. And also, like, I know the game. We've already talked about it. How they talked about World War One because they paid reparations. That caused World War Two. Well, motherfuckers, you paid reparations after World War Two too. So Germany didn't go to war after that. So what's the excuse for that? Like, like you can't sit here and pretend like just because the country paid reparations, they went to war. Like those things are just like the linear cause and effect when that hasn't happened in every situation.
Well, we got to get to that point because, Richard Wolff does what not all white people, but a lot of y'all like to do when y'all start talking to reparations. Y'all got to threaten us and tell us how if you give us reparations, you motherfuckers gonna come and kill us. Like, y'all gonna talk that all the time. You ready to start a war?
Damn, the anti-black devil came out of him. Huh? Just about to jump out of him. He's like, he's gonna start a war. He's gonna give it Negroes. That's awful.
I'm gonna keep going because we do get to that point. He didn't say we're gonna start a war, but he sure did. He did drop that threat that they like to throw out there, like, oh, you're gonna give us. It's gonna cause animosity amongst the races. We ain't got animosity right now.
Exactly.
Y'all already don't like us. Can I have some money and you not like me?
Like we live in Star Trek already. You know what I mean? We're going to break up Starfleet if we get reparations. If the Romulans get the Vulcans reparations, what's going to happen? Get the fuck out of here. You motherfuckers are they full of shit.
You got to get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. You talking some crazy shit, boy. Oh, you talking some wild shit. We going to get him. I'm going to shut up.
Number 5?
Yeah. That's 6.
It sure didn't stop war, which has become literally endless. So there is a reason to ask the question, what is reparations for? What does it do? The slaves who suffered are gone. We can't compensate them. Their descendants, well, if what we do is give them some money, will that solve the problems of discrimination that left since slavery, of unjust treatment of African American citizens? I kind of doubt it.
What? Go ahead. John. Go ahead. You start this time. Go ahead, John. What you got?
Here it go. He did. He feel me? The real shit. He said it. Here. We already know what he was going to do. Here it go. Here it go. He was like, yo, real shit. He brought up all the atrocities that happened to us, and he basically laid the case reparations. Then he subverted it, saying like, well, at this particular time, these particular people got something. You feel me? Some kind of form of reparation. That didn't stop a war. And basically, he set up the whole shit, saying like, y'all was wrong. You feel me? They stole from y'all. They did all this shit to y'all, and they owe y'all. But you a nigga. You know what I mean? Like real shit. Y'all some Negroes. Like real shit. Like real shit.
Just deal. Yeah. You
real shit. Like y'all some Negroes. Like nigga, just no. You're not going to get it because it makes me uncomfortable. Because this is a white dude eating a mayonnaise sandwich. Like bro, they ain't got nothing to do with the white dude eating the mayonnaise sandwich, bro. We ain't got nothing to do with that. Like, what our justice claim ain't got nothing to do with the white dude in the trailer park eating the mayonnaise sandwich with no teeth. Real shit. I hope he gets some teeth. You know what I mean? Hope you can put some. These are institutional things that you can put in. You feel me? Like these all-inclusive policies will help him get some teeth. Real shit. Like it won't bring us. It won't fix the damages that was done to us. And I think that this is what he's doing. So we already know. It's like, oh, here it go. Real shit. Like you already know. Hey, like so. Discrimination won't stop if you got money. Yeah, but they make it real shit. Like discrimination didn't stop for the Chinese people. Like they call them chinks and all that, but they own shit and they control their own shit. They got political power.
My kids can eat. You know I'm not calling. Fuck what you call me if I'm making rent. My kids can eat. You call me what the fuck you call me. I go on about my business. That's what I'm saying.
This is political power. This is feminine. This is power. It's like societal power when it comes to wealth in the context of America. He's talking about Germany and Britain and all this other shit, but we live here. You know what I mean? Like we live here, and I think that he's downplaying. He's downplaying this shit just to talk about how worker co-ops is going to save black people. It's not real shit. Like you working at Walmart.
You mute, John. John, you mute.
Oh yeah, my bad. I'm just saying, my bad. But like, yeah, I'm like, yo, you working at a fucking worker co-op at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Like you get $17 an hour now. You got, you feel me? Or you get $20 an hour now. You got decent benefits. Who the fuck is it? Even if it's a worker co-op, there's still going to be somebody that holds more power than. And worker co-ops can't work for all businesses anyway. So the thing about it, he's going to try to, you feel me, subdue our reparations, saying like, yo, real shit, we need to make the workplace more equitable. What the fuck are you talking about? You feel me? Like
life more equitable. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like you said before, John, we've been here before. We were supposed to be making education more equitable. We didn't.
Yep.
Right? We're supposed to make the workplace more equitable. We didn't. Right? Yep. So here we are again. We just trying to get this debt paid so we can get some stability in our lives. That's all. That's all. Yep. We're not trying to get rich. We got to get some stability in our lives and build a future for our children. That's
it. Yeah, bro. Like I always said, black people just want to get out. We just want our shit and be left alone.
Right. Mud, what you got, baby?
Yo, it's like he's been doing it this whole time, where he's like making it seem like reparations has to be the great solution for everything. Like, if I get in a fucking car accident and you're the motherfucker that hit me, your insurance paying my shit. Like, you're paying me directly for that injury. Like, you can't come to me and say, well, I can't pay you unless like every car accident is solved. Like, what like, this is goofiness. Like, no, motherfucker, you damaged us, you owe us, pay us.
Yep. And we move on from there. Yep. Mud, that's it, Mud?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was going to say, I want to go one step further, right? So John is the youngest person on this panel, and I still think his mother's of the age that every single one of our parents was born during Jim Crow. So when he talks about the people who have endured suffering and this, that, and the other, yeah, our people are still here. Those people are still alive.
Point, Sam. Thank you.
Those people are still living. Those people are not that old. My mother is in her 60s. She was born under Jim Crow. My grandmother is still living. My grandfather is still living. All these people grew up under Jim Crow. So let's stop pretending.
Me and my brother were born in the late 60s. That's right on the ass of Jim Crow.
Yeah, you just barely missed it.
Just barely
exactly.
Missed it. You know, that's wild. That's a good point, Sam. That's a really good point. All right, so I think these humongous straw men. He's got Godzilla-sized straw men that he's building here. Reparations isn't supposed to solve everything. It's supposed to be part of a complex web of solutions for our harmed people. This is not, and that's the worst part about this. This is not rocket science. You don't need to be an economist to understand it. That's just one piece, right? Let's repair the damage that was done to these people that we've been skipping all this time over and over again. That's a problem. We need to stop leaping over this thing, pay these people, and hit the reset button for the country. But everybody seems to run away from it. So
ain't nobody, they don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And they don't want
to
do that.
They need to.
They should.
What the fuck are they talking about? I don't understand the fuck he's talking about. Like, he's bugging. Yep.
Right. I know her. I know Samantha Angelique.
No, but that's real. No, that's just a good point. That because I just get tired of people saying this, and that's the thing. Like, people need to understand, when we want reparations, we don't want reparations just for slavery. We're all the way up to mass incarceration. So we're not out of mass incarceration yet. So no, we are talking about 400 years of oppression. We are not talking about stuff that was happening 100 years ago. We're talking about stuff that was happening in our parents' lifetimes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I think, I just wanted to say one more thing. A real shit. I gotta just say one more thing real quick. I'm sorry, I had to say this shit. Like, his argument is so much bullshit, because he's saying, motherfucking, like, yo, real talk. You give the Negroes money, it's not gonna stop people from not liking you or trying to, you know what I mean, not hire you.
That's what we care
or not
about.
trying to do this. And it's like, well, Asians got money, you know what I mean? And they don't kill them. They don't redline them. They don't lock them. You feel me? They don't kill them. They don't lock them, or they don't target them. They leave them. They might say a racial slur to them and say, oh yeah, hit it with a stereotype, but they don't give a fuck, man, because they got power. They got wealth. You ever heard say like we want the same autonomy? It's an autonomy. It's a power that we seeking really. You know what I mean? It ain't just about the fucking money. And at the end of the day, the United States could pay the fucking money. What are you talking about? You MMT, you listen to all this shit. I don't understand what he's saying. I know
They
what he's
just
saying.
don't want us
It's
to have
anti-black.
shit.
Yeah, it's really anti-black, man. That's crazy, Professor Doggy. I thought you talking about you would fight the oligarchy, but you don't want to give Negroes tell me what's due to us. That's fucking crazy, man.
They never do.
Never
They never do.
Yeah, I think it's important. It's incumbent upon us to take the it's incumbent upon us to point these things out. That's what this show is all about. Because at the end of the day, what Professor Wolff knows and what he won't tell us, what he won't admit is all most white folks need is an excuse to walk away from this. That's all they need.
Of course.
All they need is an excuse. It doesn't have to be true. It doesn't have to comport with anything in logical or anything in the real world. It doesn't. None of that matters. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, as long as they have somewhere to hide their psyche and soothe their soul, they'll run for it, right?
Yeah.
So we've got to stop allowing them to do this. And the people listening to us need to understand that this is what they're doing. And it's important that they fight that and say, hey, what is that? This has nothing to do with the arguments about racism, about reparations. There's nothing to do with it. And let's fight the fight that's here. Stop making up other bullshit that is tangentially related.
Never.
Right?
They got to keep that straw man up, because if not, you'll have to fix Negroes, and we don't want that.
You can't do that.
Especially for these socialists. Mud says it all the time. Like they feel like if we get money that we won't fight with them, so they just want us to stay broke, and then they just want to get everything so they can tell us like, but we fixed society. Society's great now, and we're gonna but we're still poor in society. What are you talking about? Now you can work your way up. We've been here 400 years working for free. Fuck working our way up. We worked our way to the top. You just stole our money.
Yep. And it's hard for them to fight that logic. You know what I mean? So what they do is they actually depend on racism, that's what this is rooted in. The fact that people will run and hide on these issues, right? It's rooted in them. It is rooted in racism. The fact that people will walk away from our arguments with the slightest reason, right? Yeah. So we have to be honest about that. These people are using racism to watch and using racism to keep people from joining this fight, and people have to be honest about that, you know. Yes.
But I understand that, because that's how you are when you first finally get to talk to people who are like part of the ADOS, because you're used to talking to people who don't.
Here's a serious problem: the reparations in Germany. Here's a serious problem: the reparations in Germany after World War I led to a bitterness in the Germans that Hitler could exploit. He made the Germans angry, as if their problems were due to the money that had to be given to others in reparations, which was never true. Their problems were much more systemic. And here that's a problem again. Isn't the money better used to fundamentally change a system that works this way? If we just distribute money, we haven't changed the system. And that's going to come back. Your
system. You created the system.
No. But it does fundamentally change the system. The system is built on us being on the bottom, right? If we're no longer on the bottom, that is a fundamental change to the system. That's bullshit. That is complete and utter
What he means is it won't change the system for them. No, that's what he means.
Yeah, but even in that context, you can't say, okay, I got a pond, but I'm gonna take all the fish out of it. You say the pond is not fundamentally changed. It's still water. Motherfucker, the fish ain't in it. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. You Bud, what you got, man? These motherfuckers got me fucked up.
You said white people gonna come and kill us if they give us our money. We can't pay you because we have to protect you from the evil white people who want to kill you if we pay you. Aren't we good white people from protecting you from those evil white people? That's why you don't need no money.
That's crazy. But with money, we can protect ourselves on top of them protecting us. You know what I mean? We can afford a lawyer. We can afford to take people out of office if they fuck with us. We can afford to afford weapons to protect our homes. You know what I mean? We can afford good training for those weapons to protect our homes. You know, I mean, this is bullshit. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mud. What you got, man?
Nah, it's like Sam was saying earlier. This is their thinly veiled threat. You know,
Angry
you're not
white people will come get you.
like no,
Just
honest.
like we
You're
did our
angry.
ancestors.
Nah. They need to be honest. You're angry right now because I brought up this issue and you want to attack me. So, but you're gonna claim that it's the other bad white people that will do it. And it's like, nah. We're having this discussion right now. You're the one that brought this up. So, like, talk about your perspective on this. Would you feel like you would want to come attack?
Yo, Richard Wolff gonna grab the strap, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying like,
Richard Wolff, bro.
like, I mean, like, and honestly, this is the bullshit of it. Like, if we're talking about paying reparations, what we're talking about is like essentially the left winning. Like, you will be in power. So you would have the ability to wield the power of the full government against motherfuckers that want to attack us. Like, what you're saying is that you would choose not to do anything.
Yep. Just like their ancestors did.
Exactly.
You're bullshitting. Yeah.
Really, that's the part that doesn't change the system.
Absolutely. Fuckers. All right, John, what you got?
I ain't got much, man, for this. Yeah, I think Sam gonna kill. I already know, like, real shit. I ain't really got much. I said everything I wanted to say, man. Like, this motherfucker is really, he's really acting like, he's like, yo, he's really laying out a threat. Like, yo, real shit. You can't give black people reparations because a lot of white people's gonna come for you. I'm like, how they come for us now? What the fuck you talking about? Like, like, we Negroes in America. What you mean? Like, real shit, we got bread now. That was really on. Like, real shit, fuck you talking. Like, you know who he is? Like, he don't understand us. He don't get it. He don't understand. He don't get it. Like,
so you don't want to empower us. You want to protect us by making sure we can't protect ourselves.
Exactly.
Huh?
He like, yo, real shit. Y'all can't. Nah, he's like, yo, we can't give it to y'all because y'all gonna basically what they always allude to is that they give us reparations. They're gonna allude that we're gonna turn into oligarchs and the people that the people that did all the shit to us.
Even though we're still gonna not be rich like them, we still gonna just fall in their like middle class.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's scary to them.
Our lives would be more stable, right?
And ain't that a bitch? Like, it's not like we're gonna be out here and be Jeff Bezos. Like, we literally gonna be like the white person who owns their house in a decent neighborhood.
For real, that's crazy. I'm talking about the majority of us are gonna be like that.
We'll be harder to exploit. That's about it.
That's
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because we can afford
have enough money to sue you. Exactly.
So now I can afford a lawyer when my kid signs a music contract with you. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
Or I can afford a lawyer when you pull up my kid on a humbug on some bullshit. So they don't have to have a public defender who tells them to plead on some shit that a decent attorney could have got rid of real quick.
So you run up on my house, we all got the same heat you got, and we can get it in. You know what I mean? All these things we can protect ourselves. So you want us to remain a charity on the bottom of the country, so you can feel good about yourself. But for us, as far as empowering ourselves, empowering us to take care of ourselves is not an option. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
They play us like we stupid, and the fact that white people go for this shit, y'all need white Jesus.
Is all about. We're gonna change that shit.
Y'all need white Jesus, and then we can talk about black Jesus. But I need you to find white Jesus to start, so you can relate.
Talk to anybody. Any Jesus will do. Go to Jesus. Go to Jesus for the lawn. Shit. Something. All right, go ahead.
Jesus.
All right, next up. Let's do the next one.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mud.
I hear you. Go ahead, Mud. We hear you.
But the thing that's crazy about this is like the main motherfucking black people that they talk to, those black Marxists like Adolf Reed, those motherfuckers are easily middle class. These fucking black academics.
Solid. Mr. I see clean black people everywhere I drive around. I see clean black people everywhere I go. I don't. I live in Watts.
Yeah, whatever.
I see people walking around with no fucking shoes. Okay?
That's all I had.
All right, Sam, let's go to the next one.
fucking Adolph Reed. I see clean Negroes and there's black celebrities.
Uncle Reed on
The
some
average
bullshit. Don't worry,
American
Mud already
white
cooking. Check
person
out Billy Dose TV.
And if the average American white person pays an extra tax for reparations, can you imagine what right-wing politicians will be able to say and do? What kind of damage politically can be done to African Americans as well as everybody else?
Again, can somebody tax? Can somebody please
It's
show
the
me
blaming
on there?
101.
Can somebody please show me on their checks where y'all paid a tax for the Afghanistan war, the Iraq war? No, for real. Like, can somebody show me where they show where the increase was? Can y'all show me where this $80 billion that goes to Israel and all this money that goes to foreign aid? Can y'all show me the section in your taxes where your taxes went up when they did this? Can you show me no, for real, can you show me when Obama gave $12 million in reparations to the Jews? Can y'all show me where the Jewish tax was on your checks that sent Americans after Jewish people? I'm just saying. Because this sounds like some old racist ass bullshit to me.
It is. That's exactly what it is. It's racist bullshit.
I just want to say, hey, Sam, you're right. But guess what, though? At this whole Afghanistan war, guess what was happening? The Bush tax cuts. It was actually a lot of tax cuts going on these.
That's true.
So
that's true.
It was tax cuts.
That's true.
Yeah. What you talking about?
And Obama, and they got made permanent under Obama. Facts.
And how about this? I want y'all white people to go tell the government you ain't paying for no more of these motherfucking wars. If you're not gonna pay for reparations, go tell the government that broke the mob, that you not gonna pay them no taxes because you ain't paying for war.
Yeah. and that's I'm glad you brought that up, Sam. That's one of the things, because RICO is what broke the mob, right?
And that was some government shit.
Start RICO-ing some of these white supremacists, because they're all connected through 4chan and 8chan and through law enforcement organizations, all kinds of organizations. They're all connected. You start RICO-ing them motherfuckers, and you start taking their property, start taking their money, and start taking their jobs. Oh, that shit will crank the fuck down. That shit will crank the fuck down. Yeah, there'll be some lone wolf bullshit, but be a lone wolf and run up on my house, see what happens. You know what I mean? Because we can have that heat too. You know what I mean? There is no argument here. This is bullshit. Go ahead, Mud. I'm sorry. I'm cutting everybody off. I'm worse than y'all. I ain't got no manners. I ain't got home training.
Richard Wolff, bring it out.
What up, man? Cousin Mud, man. What's up? Word up.
Yo, the thing is that he's an economist. He knows better than this. There's no such thing as a white people tax. There's no such thing as a white people tax. There would never be any such thing as a white people tax. This is just some goofy shit that he's using to scare white people. Also, like,
because black people go knock on their door. He's trying to manipulate these motherfuckers. Like, he's trying to say, well, the Republicans, just imagine what they will do with that, how that will hurt people of color.
Like, they do it anyway.
Exactly.
Welfare queens.
Exactly. And like, the thing that killed me is that he didn't really give a fuck about us. What he did is, in the end, he flipped it back to and other people, meaning the socialists, the leftists, the Marxists, all these motherfuckers. They worried about how they're going to get hurt by tying themselves to us and our justice claim.
That's facts.
Like, fuck you motherfuckers. This is why you didn't win with Bernie. This is why none of you motherfuckers are going to win until you start putting reparations on your platform.
Period.
They never lie. Facts.
You know how I feel about it. Till you do right by me, everything you touch is gonna crumble. I'll burn your fucking house down all day. I will chain every fucking door, lock that bitch, and burn down in it with you.
Right.
Yeah. Keep your little 5 or 6. Get your less than 20 congressional backbenchers with no pour. They're supposed to be kissing all over them. Yeah, y'all run with that. That's real power. Right. Okay. You run with that.
Exactly. Our congressional Black Caucus with the head who says reparations isn't her issue, but we're gonna be fucked up politically if we get reparations, as if we're doing so well right now with these fucking boule Negroes.
Exactly. All right. That's it. I think everybody.
We got one more. We got one more on here.
No, I'm just saying everything on that part. One more. Oof. I see the title of that one.
I know, right?
The system needs to be changed that produces these horrors. It's like a person who goes to court when he's abused or she's abused at the job and gets a few $1,000. But the job situation is the same, and the same horrors are perpetrated on others who didn't have the courage or the money to get a lawyer. Reparations opens a questions about a system, and that should not be brushed under the rug.
What?
So why do I have to fix your system for me to be okay?
He just made the argument for us.
That's the thing. That's the thing that irritates me about these people. They be double speaking. And this is why white people be so confused. And this is why I be having to argue y'all down, because y'all be sounding stupid. But your intelligent people sound dumb as hell too. They make y'all sound dumb.
And this dude is an economist. He doesn't know about it. He's acting like he doesn't understand MMT. He's acting like he doesn't understand that slaves were workers, right? Marxist. Slaves were workers. This is the longest standing labor dispute in the country, right? Which is a massive understatement, right? So you're not going to fight for workers because they're black.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bottom line. Because white people might get mad because we're paying the descendants of black workers who were robbed by this country by the richest.
And we weren't just robbed for slavery. We were robbed for our hourly wages after slavery.
And it's still going on to this day with mass incarceration and all these other things going on. Redlining, we still suffering, right? So there's no argument here other than don't listen to them Negroes. That's the only argument. That's the only argument he's making.
Don't trust them new Negroes.
Don't listen to them Negroes talking about reparations, talking about justice. And then not once did he say that these other groups that got paid should not have gotten paid, right? He's only making that argument for us. Yeah.
And that's the thing. We're the only group that people don't care about. That's why when you start talking about reparations for black people, like, but what about Native Americans? Yes, they owe us reparations too. They were slave owners. Thank you for bringing that up.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We were on a Trail of Tears with them. And then
a lot of them were marching us through the Trail of Tears. Okay,
there you go. Mud, what you got, man? Mud don't want to talk to us no more. I wouldn't talk to y'all either if I was Mud.
Oh shit! Yo, I was
niggas talking over me.
Yo, nah. Honestly, I just don't trust this dude. Like I think he's being real, like on some snake shit. Because he knows better than this. And what kills me is that he's trying to make it like he's trying to take the idea that we have been damaged and that's wrong and that we need to do something to change the system. But we can't go the reparations route. But reparations should make us question everything. The concept behind reparations should make us question the system. Therefore, we should use the passion behind reparations to change the system. Like, that's the tricky game this motherfucker's playing. And this is just a continuation of like the white people meeting. Like, this is not something that he to have like this. Nothing he said in this video is something that is going to convince any black person with some sense.
That's it.
Like, this is all to trick white people.
Yep, he ought to be ashamed of his damn self, tricking his own damn people.
That's the games they play. That's the games they play. They're just out here acting like we stupid.
Exactly. That's the problem.
And then get mad when we don't go for the okie doke.
Yeah, we okie doke free out here and they act the fool.
Because we're tired. And this is the thing, like, white people act like we're uneducated. And I think this is becoming harder for professionals too, because back in the day when you would walk into a room, nobody would really know what you were talking about, or only a few people. But these days with YouTube and Audible, like, people are walking in the room informed. So when you start saying some crazy shit, like, wait, yo, no. Because so-and-so is such and such book and on such and such lecture and such, and this doesn't make any sense. So they're not used to it. Like people aren't used to having to deal with people who actually know what they're talking about. They're just used to, like most white people don't know nothing about reparations, but what these little anti-Black racists tell them, what the Kyles tell them, and the crystal balls and the Ku Klux sagas. And Miss Anna, why don't you go learn how to speak Spanish to work at McDonald's cafeteria?
She gotta stop. She gotta get the fuck out of here.
It's like, do you tell your husband to tutor Negroes on the weekend to learn how to speak Spanish so they can work at McDonald's? Because if you don't, shut the fuck up.
End of our show for this episode of Reset Race. I'm sorry I'm talking fast. I gotta go to the bathroom. Thanks for stopping in. Please follow everybody except me, obviously, on Twitter, because Twitter don't love me like that. So please take time to listen to this and really, really, really try to absorb it and take it and weaponize it, right? Go tell people that, okay, you're full of shit. This is why, right? And that's our, and go ahead, hit us up and let us know, let us know you did that. Cause that I really like that shit that you guys are using. We like when people use our work. But with that said, all right, thank y'all for stopping by. Thank y'all for listening, and we can't do this without you, and you can't do it without us. Let's work together. That's it. That's all. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Listening to Reset Race, you're now tuned in to Reset Race. You're listening to Reset Race, you're now tuned in to Reset Race. What? Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them. Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them. Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them. Back on the grill again. We grilling them. You're listening to Reset Race. ADOS need reparations to make America great. You're tuned in to Reset Race. We no longer starving while others eat off our plate. No. You're listening to Reset Race. We focused on our justice claim. We know what is at stake. You're tuned in to Reset Race. You'll find out who really about justice and really who fake. On the edge, go back to U.S. Southern plantations. Lineage, Jim Crow, and mass incarceration. Redlining lynchings, we are old from this nation. You're not about justice if you ain't for reparations. MG, the wise one, cousin mother intellectual. Samantha bringing fire, anti-black, we pressing you. No permanent friends and no permanent enemies. The backbone of the country, the win, you need our energy. You gon' see? Listening to Reset Race, you now tuned in to Reset Race. You're listening to Reset Race, you're now tuned in to Reset Race. Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them. Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them. Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them. Back on the grill again. We grilling them. You're listening to Reset Race. ADOS need reparations to make America great. You're tuned in to Reset Race. We no longer starving while others eat off our plate. No. You're listening to Reset Race. We focused on our justice claim. We know what is at stake. You're tuned in to Reset Race. You'll find out who really about justice and really who fake.